Not many can say their life story is the focus of a Broadway play and movie, but our next guest can.
She's the founder and CEO of Motivating the Masses, and her mission is to inspire and empower women. Please welcome Lisa Nichols. Good morning.
Lisa.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure.
Yes, it's great to have you in with us. So clearly you have a very powerful story to share, but how did it end up on the stage and in a book and on the big screen?
I think my mission from the very beginning, 28 years ago when I started my company, was to motivate the masses, to show that resiliency can supersede any circumstance. And in doing that, you need to share a story. I believe that we are educated through content, but we're inspired through people's life stories. So we all have stories.
Yeah.
We just have to learn how to curate them enough to inspire as many as possible. And that's what I did.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone does have a story to share. Everyone has their own journey. Not all are in a profound way. So at what point did you realize that your story was destined to be shared in that kind of, more elevated setting?
I didn't. I didn't. I never, when you're going through it, it's not a story to share, it's a story to survive. And then on the other side of it, I said, if anyone else can be inspired by this, then maybe everything I went through was not for just nothing. And as I began to share, people began to access their own story. And that's when I realized it. I didn't know the story's value until I shared it with knees knocking and teeth chattering, because it was my mess that became my message. So it wasn't the beginning, it was on the other side of it. I knew that once I came through it, it wasn't mine to keep to myself. And I believe everyone's like that. Once you've come through your story, it's actually not yours anymore. Who can be inspired by because they're on their way through something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Or just came through.
Right. It's incredible to see the impact when you open up and can share your story with the masses and see how that can really change lives. So what does it mean for you and your family to have your journey have happened and then translated into these different mediums to share it for truly the world to see?
Yeah. Well, my first project was Chicken Soup for the Soul. My second project was The Secret. And then I did a book called No Matter What. Those all blew my mind. I had no idea this little girl from South Central Los Angeles who was born between the Harlem Crip 30s and the Rolling 60s, who had 3 fights a week to get home from school, who was diagnosed as functionally dyslexic. I had no idea that I'd end up in The Secret or on Oprah or on Larry King or on Steve. I had no idea. So I allowed every chapter to unfold. And then I would tell the story of how it unfolded because someone else is in their chapter 4, their chapter 5. So I didn't dictate where it would go. I kept sharing the story, kept being transparent, kept working on my lexicon and how I told the story, kept making sure that he or her can see themselves in my story with all our differences. And that kept opening doors for me. And then as a businesswoman, I learned how to be a CEO. I taught myself, even though I struggled in school, I taught myself, how do I scale? How do I touch more and impact more? And the more impact you have, the more income you earn. And I didn't chase income, I chased impact. And as a result, it kept growing itself. And it's transformed my family's life. My son and I were on government's assistance when he was born. And we had WIC, Women, Infant, and Children, free cheese, free pasta, and free milk. I'm grateful for food stamps.
Yeah.
They gave me a start. And so I always go back to get him or get her, wherever you are in the journey, because my life is unrecognizable as a result of being consistent.
You shared that success with other people. You've made it a mission to help others, with a focus on women. But along with that, and people who are discovering their journey on their earlier chapters, are teenagers, of course, as well. You have a program called Motivating the Teen Masses. Can you share a little bit more about that work and how it inspires others?
Yeah, my whole goal is to motivate the masses. And then I have to chop it down into smaller groups so that it's attainable and doable. And as a teenager, I have a great mom, a great dad. I grew up in that middle-class family, but at 19, I was contemplating suicide. And I couldn't even explain to anyone why, because it didn't make sense, except for it felt like it was too hard to keep wanting to live. That just felt hard. I couldn't explain it. And so I said, God, if you bring me through this season, I'll spend a lifetime helping other teens to identify their emotions, put a word, a name to it, and help to articulate it to someone else so that they're not in their heads and in their hearts alone. So motivating the teen spirit is my commitment to emotional intelligence for young adults, to be done in their way, in their language, in their world. And nothing's broken, so nothing needs to be fixed. We just need to learn how to identify it. So I've been doing it for 28 years, and now my son Jelani, who's now 30, he is the director of the program, and we travel the United States and the country teaching teens emotional literacy.
Real family effort.
A real family
Yeah, it's
effort.
great.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
And sharing your story as well. Learn more about Lisa, her work, public speaking, and her programs by heading to motivatingthemasses.com/activation.